All right, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Garage Talk Sports. I'm Mills.
I'm Bobby.
And I'm Nick.
And we are back here in the garage bringing another episode. Episode number 41. That's 41 weeks. That puts us at what? 15 away from a year?
11?
11? Is it? Oh, it's 52. Why do I always think it's 56 weeks in a year?
Because you're weird?
Because I'm dumb. That's what it is. We got a fun episode for you guys this week. We are going to be talking, as usual, the NFL recap. We're gonna, and then we got
week 16 recap.
Yeah, we're gonna have our week 16 recap. Thank you, Bobby, for
I don't know
adding
why
that in there.
You said a recap, but in my mind I heard kneecap, and I'm like, why are we talking about kneecap?
Because Dan Campbell, he's biting kneecaps, bro. He covered.
He covered. Anyways, so we'll do our recap, talk about some players and things like that. And then we have the bowl games. The college football playoff starts this weekend. Friday, right?
Mm-hmm.
New Year's Eve.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's when the games are, New Year's Eve.
Come on, Andrew, give us one.
What do you mean?
Come on, give us one.
Oh, go Dogs!
Go Dogs!
Go Dogs!
There we go. We root for Georgia.
Yeah, rooting for Georgia. But so we'll talk about that, kind of highlight and preview that for the upcoming week. And then Nick's question of the week. Bobby's bets too. I forgot to mention it. That's pretty much implied. As is Nick's question of the week.
With Bobby Bets, we have 2 weeks left. Nick has fell off hard in these last couple of weeks.
I went 9-9.
I went 11-7.
He has not fallen off. He's still got a comfortable 10-game lead on Bobby.
Anything can happen. All right.
And a 7-game lead on myself.
I can just not pick this week.
Any given Sunday, all right?
Any given Sunday.
I think all the same phrase.
I don't know. Nick seems to be running away with this one. But either way, with this week's episode, we'll dive right into it. And let's talk about the showdown that was the first and second overall picks. When's the last time we watched two quarterbacks that were back-to-back face off? It was, I believe it was Jameis Winston and Marcus Mariota.
2015.
Yep.
2015, Winston, horrible. Mariota looked awesome.
Yeah, Mariota.
That's pretty much it for their careers.
Well, I mean,
neither of them have amounted to very much.
But now it's like the reverse.
I mean, no, Jameis won Rookie of the Year, I guess.
He had his 30 for 30 year.
He had the 30 for 30 year, which I hope we get like an actual ESPN documentary about that one.
Yeah.
Eating dubs.
Just a man.
That's a dub.
Man's either getting you a touchdown or he's throwing an interception. You really don't know where he's going.
Stealing crab legs. We don't really know. It's one of the three.
1 for 1, man. Craziness. I guess Mariota had that comeback win against the Chiefs. The epic meltdown that was the Chiefs, and then the Bears hired Matt Nagy, cough, shit coach. Anyways.
Whoa.
But let's talk about the face-off between Trevor Lawrence and Zach Wilson. I know neither of them have had spectacular years by any stretch.
Yeah, this was a shit bowl 2.0.
Yeah, and let's be honest, neither of them had a spectacular game. Zach Wilson did have like the 56-yard touchdown run.
Yeah.
That was pretty much the highlight play between the two of them.
Was that longer than Sam Darnold's run that one time?
I don't know.
Sam Darnold had.
I don't have a lot of Sam Darnold stats, but
listen, Bobby, I want to say
Sam Darnold's rush was longer than that, but it was more impressive.
In this week or like from when?
Because he had it on the Jets, dude. It was like an impressive run.
I was like, how is this tying?
He like juked some guy out of his shoes.
Oh, it was against Denver.
Yeah,
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, I think he juked Von Miller. I believe.
Yeah, dude,
he made Von Miller miss.
Oh.
Whatever though, that's not the point.
Got some wheels on him, all right?
We're talking about the stars that the NFL has in Trevor Lawrence and Zach Wilson. Neither of them were all that impressive. Then again, what else did you expect between the two teams that were facing off? I mean, not a lot of talent. One's got, the Jaguars are a complete like crapshoot. I don't what the direction of that organization is right now. I couldn't tell you.
It's a trash can fire. The Texans is still a dumpster fire. The Jaguars are a trash can fire.
No, dude, they're worse than the Texans at this point.
No, the reason I say the reason I'm going to say the Jaguars aren't worse per se is because at least they kind of have their guy. We don't know if he's the guy, but they have someone that's supposed to be your future at quarterback.
Yeah, but
but then again, the Jaguars, they're both poorly run organizations. Sean Khan's got to really figure out what his goal is, what he's trying to do with that
They're
team.
both poorly run, but Marvin Jones Jr., DJ Chark, James Robinson, and Trevor Lawrence is better than David Mills / Tyrod Taylor / no one really cares at running back.
But I'm saying
no one really cares at wide receiver.
Yeah, you have more talent to build off of, but I'm saying as an organization as a whole, like you bring in this whole coaching staff, you're like, this is our coaching staff for the years. It's going to change everything. Gets blown up not even a year later.
Yeah, no,
that's why I'm saying that overall they're at this point they're the worst organization.
No, I still think it's the Texans because they got rid of J.J. Watt and DeAndre Hopkins.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that. But that was Bill O'Brien, and they brought in the new GM, and then they have Dave Culley, and they're riding with him. You know what I mean? Like, you don't hear people saying that Dave Culley's over here kicking their kickers.
Where the two teams differ, the Texans seem to have more of the administrative aspects set in place between your GM and head coach. But as for the Jaguars is where you have more of the talent you can build around.
Yeah.
So it ultimately it's going to come down to, are the Texans going to be better at finding their long-term talent, or are the Jags going to be better at finding their long-term, like,
organizational
office pieces? Yeah. I guess I don't know what else to refer to them as, but are you going to be better at finding your coach? I don't think they fired their GM.
No,
Tom Coughlin's still there. No, he's not the GM. Is he still working with the Jags? I don't remember if he stepped down. I know he's no longer the GM. But I can't remember if he left the organization or just took on a different role. Either way, they got to find more like administrative pieces. The talent, I think, is there, something that makes it a more desirable spot to be than the Texans. But
and head coaching interviews have opened up already, right?
Yes, they requested an interview with Byron Leftwich, by the way.
And he is.
They asked. Are you asking who he is?
Yeah, who
he's the offensive coordinator for the Bucs.
Oh, okay, all right. Wasn't really on.
He used to play for the Jaguars, right?
Yeah, he used to be on the Jaguars. He was the offensive coordinator for the Bucs. He was also the offensive coordinator in Arizona with Bruce Arians. He's one of the big names that are being thrown out there because the Bucs do so well on offense. But then again, how much? And I'm not trying to take anything away from Byron Leftwich. It's just, when you think about it, you got Mike Evans, you got Chris Godwin, you've got Gronk, you've got
Antonio Brown.
You got they haven't had Brown for a while. Who's the other tight end? Cameron Brate. Yeah. You have Ronald Jones. You have Leonard Fournette. There's so much talent.
Le'Veon Bell.
You have one of the best offensive.
You have so much talent on that offense, and then factor in that Tom Brady's your quarterback. Tom Brady can pretty much run an offense without an offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to say that Byron Leftwich has been put in a very easy position to succeed, but he's been put in a very easy position to succeed.
Tom Brady said he did struggle last year with learning the offense, and once he did figure out that offense, it ran without problem.
He ran the same offense for 20 years before going to Tampa, so he's going to have issues learning it. But my point is still, he's seen everything that a defense can show you.
Yeah.
He's going to be able to make the right calls. He's basically a coach that's playing quarterback for you with his knowledge and everything. It's a lot easier when as a coordinator that you can as a coordinator you can just kind of step back and let your quarterback run the show.
Yeah.
Right. Aaron Rodgers carried Mike McCarthy for how many years?
That's
true. How many times quarterbacks that can audible at the line of scrimmage and completely change the play based on what the defense gives you. That's not your offensive coordinator doing that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we saw it with Sean McVay and Jared Goff. Like, Sean McVay was leaving. Like, Jared Goff was just doing exactly what he told him to. But as soon as you can disguise your coverage, and then you leave it to Jared Goff to figure it out, and he just kind of is like, I don't really know what to do. It's like
exactly. Yeah. So Byron Leftwich, while I'm sure he's a good coach and a smart offensive mind, I'm just saying he's kind of in a very good position to succeed, which makes it a lot easier to look like a really good offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
Like that's the reality of it. You don't have to teach or develop Tom Brady. He's done all that. He's teaching and developing everyone else more than anything. So there's no saying what he'll be as an offense or like a head coach or something. Hopefully, I hope he does well. I'm not going to wish against anyone except Matt Nagy, but
I agree. I think everyone in Chicago is totally on board with that. Nagy, goodbye.
Yeah, Nagy, goodbye. That's why, we'll get into head coaching candidates in a little bit. I don't want to dive into that just yet. Let's focus more on the matchup, though. Bobby, I believe you were the one was it Nick? I don't remember. One of you guys mentioned that, who's in the better organization between Trevor Lawrence and Zach Wilson, like who is set up to have more long-term success within their organization. Was that your question, Nick?
Yeah.
That was your question. I'm sorry, I couldn't remember.
It's okay.
Where it stands, I want to say Zach Wilson.
I think right now you have to look at it and go, yes, because Robert Saleh has been his head coach the whole time. So they've had their struggles together, but they've been together for it. Whereas Trevor Lawrence is like, I've struggled with Urban Meyer, and now it's just me. Like, you can't put the blame. Like, Chicago, we'll get to it later, but you put the blame on Nagy and not his field. So, like, next year you're bringing a new coach. It's like, okay, but right now, for the next 2 games left, and then the last couple games, the blame's more on Trevor Lawrence because just like there's no head coach to blame. So it's like, okay, now you get the blame just because there's no one there to scapegoat for you.
Yeah, I think Zach Wilson, there's so much more stability in terms of the guys that are in place to build the team. The Jets seem all in with their GM and Bob Saleh as their guys to like right the ship and turn it around. And I think they got 2 good guys in place for it. Obviously, there's going to be growing pains. I think there's more talent on Jacksonville, personally.
I agree.
I think taking away the injury to Travis Etienne and James Robinson, even
torn Achilles, man.
Torn Achilles. Though there's more in place to help make it easier for Trevor Lawrence. Has he done a good job of using that? Not really, but I also think he's been in such a dysfunctional coaching room and everything that it's been impossible for him to truly learn and develop. And that's ultimately what it comes down to. You look at all of these quarterbacks. Who's the only one that seems to be developing? Mac Jones.
Trey Lance, obviously.
Yeah, no, Trey Lance can't usurp Jimmy Garoppolo as the starter. Jimmy G is not that great of a quarterback. He's not horrible.
No,
he's exactly what he is. He is a place-holding quarterback.
Yeah.
But if Trey Lance, the 3rd overall pick, is what everyone thought he is, he should at some point have been able to take over that role. And he hasn't. No. And the 49ers aren't exactly coasting through the season. They're struggling at they're finding ways to struggle everywhere. They're consistently having issues different weeks here and there. But returning to Zach Wilson and Trevor Lawrence, I would say Zach Wilson has the better people in place to build the team around him. Trevor Lawrence, it sucks to say it, but there's a chance Trevor Lawrence ends up kind of flaming out with Jacksonville if Jacksonville can't get it right. Like, his career is attached to every decision that gets made on his behalf at this point. And the big concern right now is, do they have the right people to make those decisions? I'm not convinced. Jacksonville's been pretty much a mess for, pretty much since Mark Brunell left. Mark Brunell was really the last guy to have any kind of seemingly any sort of success with that organization. They're poorly run.
I just think you look at it. The offseason is going to be mostly focused on getting a coach now. Yeah. And then they have to focus on the draft. Whereas the Jets are just like, all right, we're 100% in the draft. We're going to get a top 5 pick. Our team isn't great. And if they can find another offensive line piece to go with Elijah Vera Tucker, that Jacksonville has more talent, but I've seen more talented offenses fall apart because their offensive line isn't there.
Yeah. Offensive line.
Elijah Vera Tucker, I think, is going to be a stud offensive lineman. He's kind of shown his weaknesses this year. But if you can just find another piece to where it's he doesn't have to do as much, then I think Zach Wilson will be protected. And when he gets more comfortable and has more time, he's going to feel much better. His own.
I agree. There's so much on the plate, so much stuff that has to get done in the offseason for Jacksonville that they're going to be spread a little bit more thin, which is going to kind of hinder the development of Trevor Lawrence. Because if they can't land their coach quick, then it's just you can risk losing a lot of time in the offseason. The sooner you can get the playbook and get everything in Trevor Lawrence's hands for him to learn on, and in addition to him, all of his offense, all of his teammates and everything, your goal is to develop Trevor Lawrence into what everyone thinks he can be. Now, this is my hot take. I think Trevor Lawrence is going to ultimately end up being a bust.
I mean, so far this season, there's nothing to be desired from him. He's not shown really any strides of having a...
Really, none of them have.
No, yeah.
Except for McCorkle. And even then, he's had his moments where you're like, dude, what? Yeah, so none of... This isn't... The rookie quarterbacks this year aren't like they've been in the past. There's no Justin Herbert, Joe Burrow seasons happening. Andrew Luck. And no Andrew Luck level impacts or anything. Even Baker Mayfield, for, love him or hate the guy for what he's doing currently. this season and last season and stuff, but he still was a rookie of the year. There's no Dak Prescott level impact being made by these rookies.
Yeah.
You could say Mac Jones is having the impact, but quite honestly, he was drafted 15th overall by the New England Patriots, who, if not for all of the COVID opt-outs last season, probably would have not had a pick in the top 20.
Yeah.
All of the talent came back, and they're doing this with a rookie quarterback.
Technically a backup because Cam Newton was a starter.
Yeah, I guess technically.
My whole thing is replace Trevor Lawrence or Zach Wilson on New England and have them have the same stats they have. I think it's New England's winning percentage, win-loss, that's making Mac Jones look better. I think if you put Mac Jones on the Jags,
I 100% agree with you on that. But the point is that's why I'm not saying that he's like truly showing that he's the best. I'm just saying I just acknowledged he was put in the best situation to succeed. And so he's not doing anything that's jumping off the page or wowing me per se, other than the fact that he's just not getting in the way. But he's the only one in a position to where he can not be the focus of the offense.
Yeah.
The Bears with Justin Fields. Now, I think the Bears actually have some decent talent on their offense, better than they're getting credit for. But it's such a poorly run offense, and I don't think the scheme is any good, that everything is like, it's hero ball from him.
Yeah, exactly.
It's hero ball from Trevor Lawrence. It's hero ball from everyone else. Mac Jones is the only one who's in a position to where he doesn't need to play hero ball.
Yeah, I agree with that. And I'm not taking away anything from Corkle Jones, but I mean, he was set up to succeed this year, as for every other rookie he was not.
No, exactly. I always thought Mac Jones was the one who was set up to have like the most immediate success in the NFL, just because of his style of quarterback play translates a little bit quicker.
Yeah.
So I was anticipating him to be the guy who came out. I also was fully prepared. I expected him to go to the Patriots.
Yeah.
Even though I always said that third overall pick.
Overall pick, yeah.
Do I wish it happened? Yes. But in reality, the most reasonable spot for him was always New England.
But Trey Lance is looking to get his first start this week. I think Jimmy Garoppolo is out this week.
Oh, we'll get to see Trey Bisky out there.
Yeah, so we'll see how he goes. We'll see if he was worth that number 3 overall pick.
We'll find out. And the big trade that they made to get there.
Yes.
I don't know. I guess we'll see. I know someone who's not sold on Trey Lance at all and is pissed off that was the pick they made.
Cole.
Yeah, he's not happy about it.
Please. 49ers fired Kyle Shanahan. We will definitely take him.
If they fired Shanahan, dude.
They're not going to.
They're not going to.
Yeah, they're not going.
They're in arguably the toughest division in football, and he's still doing very well. And they're
in the toughest division in football, and I would say if Russell Wilson's fully healthy, they have the weakest quarterback in the division.
Yeah, they easily do.
Yes.
But even still, the 49ers they're underachieving, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Like they have a lot of talent. They've still got talent on defense.
Their running back room is also just devastated by injuries.
Yeah.
It always is.
Every year. It's like, I don't get
Mitchell,
it.
Raheem Mostert,
Debo
Samuel is pretty much their running back.
Jeff Wilson Jr. But he's like their third string.
Yeah.
Dude, if Shanahan somehow became available and the Bears hired him, I think I'd crap my pants.
It would be a dream scenario.
Dream scenario. That dude, his scheme for running the ball, beautiful.
Imagine David Montgomery in that scheme.
Just getting injured all the time. Everyone you plug into that running back position for that team has immediate success.
Exactly.
They
Debo Samuel.
Boom. What's that? Is that your star running back? No, that's some dude we picked up off of a practice squad.
That's our star wide receiver that has not caught a pass
and everything makes everything so
I know, because look at Matt Breida hasn't done anything since he left the 49ers. Jerick McKinnon hasn't done anything since he left the 49ers.
It's just dude.
Yeah.
I look at the Bears that way though, similarly. Not coaching staff, but it's got to be something in there, because like Jordan Howard was good. Matt Forte was like way better than anyone expected, but like even though he's on the Bears and like offensive line wasn't great. Tariq Cohen is like good.
I don't know what the hell is going on with Tariq Cohen right now.
I don't know. Like,
I think he's been hurt and realizes that he's like
maybe his ACL was really that effed up.
Yeah, but I mean, at this point, season over.
Yeah, I don't care that he's not back anymore.
Honestly,
I feel like they found their replacement for him in Jakeem Grant.
I thought they found his replacement in Khalil Herbert.
Don't say that because I have his jersey and I don't want that to be a thing.
I don't want Tariq Cohen to be gone, but dude, I mean, Jakeem Grant had a really good year when they after trading for him.
Yeah, he did.
Like, he's been really good. Khalil Herbert is proving to be a solid 1-2 punch between him and Montgomery because they're similar play styles, but Khalil Herbert's a little faster. And I really like Khalil Herbert as a kick returner because he's got ball carrier vision, which is something that I feel like people can completely like overlook. Is your ability to like read the running lanes in front of you. He's got really good vision.
I like Jakeem Grant as a punt returner because sometimes I think you just have to be stupid when you return. Like sometimes like Khalil Herbert's like, I'm just going to run this way because that's going to give me 5 yards. Where Jakeem Grant's like, no, I'm going to reverse the field and try to get
punt
10
returners
yards.
are a special little kind of crazy. I like Jakeem Grant. Like I said, I feel like there's more pieces on that offense than people are admitting.
Well, I just like a lot of Thomas Graham Jr. find because I feel like now you can maybe go and get an offensive piece because I feel like their biggest hole after last draft for the Bears was secondary help.
Yeah,
but now it's like, okay, now we even found our second cornerback.
Yeah, you might have found that guy.
Or
Thomas
at least
Graham Jr.
At least a guy you're not going to be pissed about. Like, we don't want Kendall Vador as our second cornerback.
I have to watch that dude.
But now if we have Thomas Graham Jr. next year, now it's like, okay, first round. Okay, we don't have a first round pick, but our first pick of the draft, we don't have to get a cornerback.
Yeah, the freaking
I think
37th pick in the draft is going to be the Bears. So
I think you got to go O-line.
I don't necessarily agree.
Or wide receiver.
I want a big wide receiver. I think Allen Robinson's going to be gone.
Hey, Allen Robinson,
he's good as gone.
So just
apparently, though, he has had a really bad bout of COVID. Allegedly, they're saying he lost like 10 pounds during all of it. So hopefully he recovers and everything. But no, I think he's as good as gone.
They need like a good 6'6", pretty quick, just good hands wide receiver.
They don't make him like that anymore.
No, I know.
Buddy.
Hey, what's the guy from Arkansas, man?
I don't know.
He's a big body too. He's like 230,
the only
6'3".
wide receiver I really know from anywhere is Alabama. Is Jamonte Williams. He's just fast. He's just
one of those top recruits, man.
The Bears do not need speed on the wide receiver.
They've got enough.
They just need a guy that's
Darnell Mooney, Damiere Byrd, Dez Newsome, Jakeem Grant. They've got speed. All right? They need a big body.
Dez Newsome made his first appearance. Treylon Burks, man. Let me just. You want a big body?
Read us the measurables.
I'll read you the
6'6". Runs a 3.9 40, fastest one ever. Don't even know how that happened.
6'3", 225. That's a big boy right there. All right.
It is a big boy.
I should sign up for the Bears.
How fast is he? See if you can find that out.
If I could learn how to catch a football well and not just get absolutely obliterated by every
you got to be really quick, Nick.
Yeah, but I'm 6'6". I'm just asking you to stand there. I catch the ball and then I die.
You're going to have to bulk up.
But this year for Arkansas, he had 66 receptions, 1,104 yards, 11 TDs.
He might go early.
Yeah, probably before 37.
But no, let's talking Thomas Graham Jr. and the Bears and everything. He might end up being another one of those really good late finds by Ryan Pace. Obviously, we got to see him more, but he looked pretty good again on Sunday. He did get beat pretty bad by
DK
Metcalf. But it's DK Metcalf. It's in the snow. It's a lot easier for the wide receiver who's just sprinting downfield to get by you because you have to back up at first.
Well, and also he was on an island.
Yeah.
Thomas Graham Jr. was the only person on that side of the field.
Here's a NFL Insider expecting Treylon Burks to run 40-yard dash in 4.2 range. That's a fast big man, all right? If he can run that, I want him.
6'3", 225.
That's our first pick.
How big is DK Metcalf?
I think he's like right around.
Because isn't he 6? I thought he was 6'5". I thought DK Metcalf was a little taller.
I don't.
Well, to me, again, picking a big man wide receiver only helps if Matt Nagy leaves. Because right now, they have Cole Kmet and Jimmy Graham who are just they're towers out there. And in the red zone, they never throw it to him once. Our red zone offense is terrible. And you look at
Jimmy Grant had a touchdown.
I know.
Yeah, I know. Really, it was a nice catch.
But still, it's like you got 2 6'6" guys out there who can catch.
6'4", 229.
Okay, that's not that big. That's
you're pretty much DK Metcalf.
Yeah, you're in a. What was his 40?
That's what I'm looking up right now.
But yeah, wide receivers are probably a good direction. But Thomas Graham Jr. So far in his 2 starts, I think he's looked really good. Am I ready to crown him as the number 2 cornerback? Not necessarily. I want to watch him finish the season, see if he can consistently do it for the rest of the year. I think you have to be fair and give him his shot.
Yeah. I mean,
maybe you go sign a veteran to compete with him for it.
Not
Desmond
Trufant.
Apparently not. Yeah. Maybe you go and sign a veteran. Nothing major. An average guy.
Yeah.
Let them compete for it, and then move one of them to the slot, or just keep them at the number 2. And then you're probably going to draft to replace. Kendall Vildor is an absolute liability.
And we need a safety.
They do need someone
Jamal
across
Adams.
from Eddie Jackson.
Jamal Adams.
I
don't think I don't know what's going on with him.
I like Bubba Bolden out of Miami as a safety. Maybe you can follow the rest in a second.
I don't know.
I think that's where they project him to go around.
Maybe,
So
but
that wouldn't be a bad pick.
all in all, if I'm the Bears and I'm sitting there and I have like a top 40 pick, probably we'll say 30. Say they have the 37th pick. I'm probably going to go wide receiver or defensive back.
Yeah.
I don't think their offensive line is in that bad of a position, to be honest with you.
No.
You need a center, right?
But
you can find a center in free agency, or you can find one later in the draft. There's rarely ever a guy who is a center who's going to go in the first 3 rounds. That just doesn't happen very often.
But we have Jason Peters, who he's older, only signed to a 1-year deal. Are we going to?
We got Tevin Jenkins and Larry Borum. You have your 2 tackles.
Yeah.
Wherever you choose to put them. Tevin Jenkins is probably going to play left tackle. Larry Borum's the best right. I think he's the best right tackle on the Bears. Obviously, he's versatile, but he's had so much time at right tackle now. He's your right tackle of the future. I think he's been very good. I think he's exceeded everyone's expectations. Once again, another late round find, potentially, if he can be, replicate the success for more than just a rookie year, obviously.
Yeah.
So now,
potentially another late round find. You've got Tevin Jenkins will probably play left tackle. Outside of some penalties like false starts and holdings, Tevin Jenkins, he holds his own in blocking for the most part. I wish he could have played. I wish he didn't have the shoulder injury to see more of him. But from the limited stuff that we have been able to see, his blocking's solid. He's going through the growing pains that a rookie's going to go through when he's getting his first NFL action. So I still think he's your left tackle of the future. Hopefully that back thing he had going on is gone. Yeah. It's in the past. Between James Daniels and Cody Whitehair at your guard, you have 2 solid guards, average to above average, who are going to win their blocks most of the time. Sam Mustipher is smart as a center, but he's just not a good blocker. You need someone a little bigger than him, obviously. But right now, as it stands, I feel like you've got 4 out of the 5 O-line spots filled. Yeah. And if you want to ride with Sam Mustipher for another year or 2, you ride with him for another year or 2 because he's not getting beat so bad to where it's embarrassing. The Bears offensive line, so we all know, in this season since 2017, this has been the highest, like the time to throw before the pocket collapses. It's the highest it's been since before 2017.
Yeah. Except for that Cleveland game.
Except for the Cleveland game. But still, it takes that into account to average it out. So, I mean, we're talking about how bad the O-line is. This is still the most time we've seen that the quarterback has seen a clean pocket. And this is this is even 2018, which everyone thought was like the best O-line they had. On paper, this O-line has performed better.
Yeah, so, I think it's good enough. Just like Thomas Graham Jr. is good enough to where it's like you don't have to take your first pick on it. I'm okay with
exactly. It's good enough. You can address it through free agency, if anything. That's why I really think you need to go wide receiver or you need to go secondary.
And we're gonna have money this year.
Yeah, they're projected, I think, over $60 million.
Yeah,
cap space.
Dalton's gonna be gone.
Nick Foles' contract comes off the books.
Yeah. Then you got
Jermaine Ifedi's gone. Bum. Yeah, Jason Peters gone. He's bum. Not a bum, but
then you got we tagged Allen Robinson, most likely gone. So
they're gonna have a lot of money coming off the books. and they're going to pay Roquan, who the fact that he's not in the Pro Bowl is bullshit, but whatever.
As a popularity contest, man.
They do. They disrespect the hell out of him. But so they're going to, what's it called? Roquan's probably going to get paid. You have a decision to make on James Daniels. I think he's someone you should try and lock up for a little bit. All the other guys are pretty much locked long term. We still got Robert Quinn for another 3 years, I believe.
Yeah.
Khalil Mack still got a few years on his contract as well, and maybe you trade Khalil Mack. I'm an advocate for keeping him. It really depends though on where you see the Bears at. Do you see this as like a quick one off-season turnaround, or is it like a full rebuild?
Because if you got to rebuild that,
if you're rebuilding, you trade it all.
Yeah.
You say you get rid of as much as you can, I guess, and try and collect a bunch of picks and make a bunch of moves.
Yeah.
I honestly think the Bears are one more offseason away from being able to build a good team, though.
Yeah.
So you're the advocate for keeping pace, get rid of Nagy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say yes, but I'm not sitting here like going Ryan Pace needs to stay. If Ryan Pace goes, Ryan Pace goes. But I honestly think whatever GM they bring in, if they were to go that way, is going to view it the same way, that this team is closer to competing than people realize. You've got your quarterback, right? You've got Darnell Mooney. You've got Cole Kmet. You've got your O-line pretty much set up. Good, like we said, good enough. Not good, not great, but still good enough to get the job done. David Montgomery and Khalil Herbert make a great 1-2 punch. Jakeem Grant is a solid gadget piece that can kind of keep defenses honest with his speed. So what do you need? You need a big wide receiver. You can probably, most teams don't let star wide receivers hit free agency. So you'll probably have to try and find that guy in the draft, or you can try and give a guy a second, like a guy who didn't work out somewhere else, try and give him a chance, right? You need someone in your secondary, probably going to want to go get a safety because Deshaun Gibson's not the guy. You have Thomas Graham Jr., who's okay. Like I said, I think he's going to be solid, but it's too small of a sample size to truly say what
he hasn't played a game since 2019.
So you don't know what you have in him just yet.
Yeah.
If he's consistent like this the rest of the season, then I think he's earned the right for you to give him his shot.
Yeah.
So you'll probably take someone else. Like I said, maybe go get a veteran, right, to kind of be there as a backup, or like if he struggles or whatever, draft someone late like you do. But otherwise, what do you need? Like, you don't need to rebuild. Robert Quinn has the potential to set the Bears franchise record for sacks.
Yeah.
And I would like the record to show that I said he was going to have a bounce back year this year. Didn't expect this. But so he's having a great year. He's doing it without Khalil Mack, without Akeem Hicks. Eddie Goldman's having a down year. So, I mean, he's pretty much your sole producer on the pass rush right now.
Yeah.
And he's still doing this. So you got to look at it and go, it's an aging defense, yeah, but imagine what they can do if Khalil Mack is healthy all season.
And they get a secondary that just not get picked on.
They're Khalil Mack's healthy all season. Danny Trevathan, he's going to be gone.
Yeah, but you got Ogletree.
You got Ogletree, who's having a good year, which I think, and a cheaper contract at that.
And I think it's a good year, but it's one of those where it's like it's going to be sustained success. Like, it's not like a one and done year.
Yeah,
like,
he doesn't need to be the star linebacker. He's playing.
He fills the gaps.
Exactly.
He's playing. Roquan's the guy who makes who shows his range. Ogletree just needs to fill the gaps and do his part. Roquan's your star when it comes to the inside linebacker position. So you hear all of this and you break it down and you go, okay, so you need secondary, probably a safety. You need a wide receiver and defensive tackle. Akeem Hicks, you just can't trust his health anymore.
Yeah.
I'd love to see him stay around on a cheap deal and just limit his reps and everything and try and get him out there, but preserve him, so to speak. But so you need those are your three main pieces and a center. We're talking four pieces, 5 if you want to go corner and safety that you need to address. You can do that in an offseason.
Yeah, you can.
You can do all that stuff.
That's where my thing is, going in the offseason. Don't go in trading Khalil Mack is the thing, but you have to hear offers. If you get the perfect trade offer for Khalil, do I think the Bears overpaid for Mack? No, not for the Bears situation, but for the Raiders, it was probably more than they expected. So of course they're going to take it.
Yeah,
do the same thing.
It's all relative to the situation. And maybe the Bears think Travis Gibson is going to be a star pass rusher. I think he's pretty much at best a rotational guy. He's big and he's athletic, but he just doesn't have the pass rush moves and everything and the strength that you get from from Khalil Mack or from Robert Quinn. But maybe you're ready to commit to Travis Gibson as the guy and put him opposite of Robert Quinn. He hasn't. I don't think that's the right move. But if you think he can do it, then you're gonna definitely hear offers from Khalil Mack.
Yeah.
If you get something you can't refuse, you're probably going to take it. Travis Gibson now knows. All right, now I have to step up.
Yeah.
Can he do it? People are really high on the guy, but I do want to remind you, he was a 5th round pick, right? He was a 5th round pick 2 years ago. He's playing as a solid rotational piece, which is what you hoped for. So I'm not putting all my eggs in him developing into a star pass rusher. Could he do it? Sure. But he's a solid rotational piece, which is why I think it's smart to keep Mack, Quinn, and him as your 3 main pass rushers, and then address defensive tackle.
Yeah, I agree. I'm on boat for keeping pace, get rid of Nagy, bring in new coaching staff, get the couple pieces that you need, and hopefully we could contend next season. Short turnaround, but
let me just look at it. Minnesota's almost contending this year, and they're not that much better than the Bears are right now, even with Matt Nagy as head coach. So if you could get rid of your weakest link, which is definitely your coaching staff, you could be pretty much the Vikings.
Well, the Vikings are just like a better situation because Mike Zimmer's gone. Like after all the bad losses,
he might finally be gone now.
I think he's gone. He's done in Minnesota, and I think they're going to be gone. So I feel like there's going to be a lot of coaches that the coaching spots are going to be open this year. A lot more than what we thought.
Maybe a little bit more. I don't know. People think Ron Rivera might even be gone in Washington.
Not Riverboat. Why
I don't think so. If anything, that would be him choosing to leave.
No, they can't do that.
But yeah, no, you gotta move on from Nagy. The thing is, do you trust Ryan Pace to find his replacement, seeing as the guy he chose was Nagy? And people put the John Fox thing on him, but people got to remember that was pretty much Ted Phillips and George McCaskey saying you're hiring John Fox, like that's your job.
Yeah.
He was hired as GM. 4 days later, hires John Fox. Yeah. I don't know. Seems like they were pretty much like, yeah, you're hiring John Fox. And all those reports came out after the John Fox era ended. The Bears are very good at keeping things internal. You think about all the leaks and stuff that come out of the league. Ian Rappaport is always breaking this stuff, right? But you never really hear much surrounding the Bears.
No, you really don't.
They do a good job of keeping things in house and
because
not letting it get out.
Virginia's got a tight seal.
They got a tight seal on Hallis Hall, that's for sure.
That sounded so much weird when I said it.
It did sound very weird.
Yeah, way to go, Nick. We do know that George McCaskey is like in love with Ryan Pace. He's like enamored by the guy, and I think Ryan Pace is a really good scout.
I just want Ryan Pace minus his first round picks. I feel like he doesn't do great then.
I
literally everywhere else, it's like I'll take all of those.
You got to look at how you evaluate the success of GMs and coaches. It's through wins and losses. And Ryan Pace has had one winning season. And you guys know me, I'm a huge advocate for Ryan Pace. So I'm not saying fire Ryan Pace. I want to see him stick around with the Bears. But you got to understand that with the fact that they haven't won a playoff game, they've only had one winning season. They've had a lot of bad losing seasons. Where do you rank that over his ability to acquire solid talent late?
Yeah.
While you can't, I don't think you can deny that he's done a good job bringing the talent to Chicago.
Yeah.
It's more, he hasn't found the guy to take advantage of it.
Yeah. That's what I think. I think he really missed on Nagy.
He missed on Nagy. After this season specifically, I'm not willing to say that Trubisky was what held back Matt Nagy. This offense is the worst it's been in a long time since he left.
Yeah.
So you have your common denominator now, right? You went Trubisky, Chase Daniel, Nick Foles, Trubisky again, Dalton, Justin Fields. What's the common denominator?
Chase Daniels isn't there anymore.
No, I know.
That's the key. But if he was there, they would be winning. Chase Daniels is the GOAT of Bears quarterbacks.
Yeah. He's made like
so you look at that
$1 million and only started 4 games. And like
his
a
agent's
12 or something.
His agent, man.
His agent, Brock Osweiler's and Josh McCown, was just raking in money from different teams.
No, Brock Osweiler was probably the big.
His agent by 5 teams.
Osweiler was a total flop. Massive contract. Same with Matt Flynn when he signed that huge deal with Seattle.
Well, I thought he would be good. He looked good when he filled in for
Manning. He played 1 game.
Well, he played a couple of games because
no, I'm talking about Matt Flynn.
Yeah,
he set the single game passing record.
Yeah, what? No, he had 1 good game.
Yeah, he came in, started for Aaron Rodgers for 1 game, set like the single game passing record, and then boom, signed like a record deal with Seattle. And Seattle, that was the same offseason they drafted Russell Wilson. We see how that worked out.
Yeah. It was like Alex Moran having his peak year or peak game, and then being like, you know what, I got paid, I'm done. This is the peak. I can't get any better.
I've accomplished everything I needed to with my career. But yeah, Nagy's got to go for Chicago. That's what we're at.
So Nagy gone. Who is our dream head coach that we want to fill the spot?
I'll let someone else go first.
I'll go first. I think Byron Leftwich. My only thing is, I agree with what Andrew was saying about, he's had like the perfect situation in Tampa Bay. But for me, he was a quarterback. I like having a coach that was a quarterback to come in and tell Justin Fields this was not
a quarterback.
Yeah, but he wasn't good.
No, I know.
But like my thing is Byron Leftwich, and then I feel like there's a good chance he might go to the Jags just because that's where he played. So if I had like a 1B for my coaching, I'd pick Kellen Moore.
I'm high on Kellen Moore, but my perfect replacement is gonna be Ryan Day, man. I'm high on Ryan Day.
No, Ryan Day with 4 exclamation points.
Yeah, dude, a lot of exclamation points. He has worked with Fields. He's groomed Fields. He knows what Fields good at. He knows what he's not good at. I think he can make the transition. I think he'd be perfect for our Bears head coach. He just needs to get the pieces around him that have the experience in the NFL, and I think he would be a great coach.
I want to say no to that just for the simple fact that the teams he's had success with are Urban Meyer's teams that Urban Meyer built, and then Ryan Day was like, oh, look at me. I have this nice team that's already built for me.
Yeah, but he still has sustained success with it. It's not like...
Yeah, but it's college football in the Big Ten.
No, it's a whole different world, man.
Yeah, now if he would have went to an SEC team and had success...
It's not just a Ryan Day thing. You could have named any coach coming out of college. No. The college coaches, it never seems to pan out. Like, very rarely. The last one that did was Jim Harbaugh, and he's even back in college now. Ryan Day knows Justin Fields. That's cool and all. But I don't think he'll transition well. I do not trust a coach coming out of college into the NFL. It's a whole different ball game, different locker room dynamic. Everything's different. The only thing that's the same is you're playing football, but even then, everything's different.
But you bring the pieces around you that have the NFL experience, and he's not an idiot like Urban Meyer is.
We don't know.
I think.
We don't know.
We don't know until
maybe he likes to party with college girls.
Yeah, maybe we don't know until there's a video of Ryan Day on bar in Columbus, Ohio.
Everyone is so hyped on that. One, I don't think he even wants to leave Ohio State because college coaching is where you get paid, man.
Yeah,
like that's where you make your money.
He's probably the highest paid employee in Ohio right now.
It's just, to me, I don't want a college coach coming in because I don't trust them, and I don't have much else to say other than I don't trust them. There's just so much history, and so many instances where the guys who come out of college don't work.
Yeah.
And it's easy to go, well, this could be the guy that does. And I feel like that's said every time a guy comes out of college. Chip Kelly was supposed to come change the NFL coming out of Oregon. He was supposed to innovate and change the way the NFL plays offense. That didn't work.
Yeah.
So I don't trust a guy who
2 days before they had a chance of being selected for the national championship.
I'm not a fan of it. The guy for me, really, I've said his name a lot, but it's Greg Roman out of Baltimore. He should be your priority. You look at what he has done with the offense in Baltimore. That even though they got blown out like crazy against the Bengals, it's a third string quarterback put up 20 plus points, right? A third string quarterback. Tyler Huntley looked solid. Look at what they did against Green Bay. They took Green Bay and honestly are a questionable 2-point conversion decision away from possibly beating the Packers.
They beat the Bears with Tyler Huntley.
They beat the Bears with Tyler Huntley, marched right down the field in less than 2 minutes to score the go-ahead touchdown. The reason I say Greg Roman is because he takes what he has available to him and he builds his offense around what those guys are. You know, Lamar Jackson doesn't have the success he has if the Ravens don't build their offense and their scheme around what he does well. And Justin Fields is very similar to Lamar Jackson. I think he's a better passer. I think he could be a better passer than Lamar Jackson, but very similar in terms of like talent, speed, things like that. And you have such a good running back room right here in Chicago. Greg Roman knows how to scheme the run. Baltimore is one of the best running teams in the NFL.
And they're also hurt, like the 49ers.
And they're also doing it with guys that weren't on the team at the start of the season.
That is very true.
And they're doing it without Lamar. If there's one thing Baltimore always does well, it's run the ball. And I truly believe that to have success in the passing game, you need to first establish the run game. That's simple. I know that's basic. Like that's NFL 101.
Run the ball, stop the run.
Run the ball, stop the run.
Like Tom.
There you go. So
I love
Roman
him for that
has
quote.
shown that he can build a good rushing attack. You factor that in, and then you put Justin Fields in the mix and hope you can develop him as a quarterback and as a passer and his mental the mental aspect of the game. You could have just an elite offense.
Maybe he can turn Cole Kmet into the next Mark Andrews.
You could. You never know, dude.
Mark Andrews is a monster.
So
dude.
good.
Mark Andrews is a stud. And then you got Darnell Mooney, just like Hollywood Brown. Not a bigger guy, smaller guy who's fast.
Yeah.
There's so many parallels between the Bears and Ravens in terms of like the structure of their offensive like talent.
Yeah.
That's why Greg Roman, it's like almost like plug and play. All right. Basically, you can run that same offense here because we have the same guys.
Yeah.
So that's my big reason for Greg Roman.
No, I agree with that. That's a good pick. But I still think Ryan Day will transition to the NFL.
So anyone besides Matt Nagy is our pick.
Yeah.
Good. I like it.
Pretty much.
Good.
But I just want to
Nice.
change gears to the NFC West.
Great success.
And Cooper Kupp can break the Calvin Johnson record with his quarterback as Matthew Stafford, who did it with Calvin Johnson. So Matthew Stafford could quite possibly have 2 of the top receiving yards seasons under his belt.
Shout out Matt Stafford. He's got to throw the ball to those guys.
True. But shout out Cooper Kupp because
is he on pace to break it in 16 games? Because if not, I don't want to hear about it.
He's at 1,734, and the record is 1,964. So if he has a big game,
I would say no.
I'm going to say it's going to take him 17 games.
It's going to take him.
He's not going to put up 230.
I mean, if he does, then he earns that record.
Well, he earns that record.
If he breaks it in week 16.
I mean, he has 160, 150. It's possible. They're going to be going to him a lot to get this record, but
they probably will. And I bet teams are going to double him so he doesn't get the record.
He's playing the Ravens. That's a chance. There's a chance.
The Ravens' defense is decimated.
Yeah,
their secondary is completely destroyed.
Absolutely mangled.
And it's going to be a shootout to begin with. So
maybe he gets it. If he gets it, I'll tell you what. If he gets it this week,
it counts. If he doesn't, it doesn't count.
I'm not. It'll count regardless. But I'm not gonna.
Yeah, there's gonna be.
There's a.
It's a Mickey Mouse ring. It's a Mickey Mouse ring.
It's gonna be an asterisk.
There's a little bit of an asterisk next to it, just like how there's an asterisk next to the Dolphins' undefeated season in the 70s when it was a 14-game season. Right? There's an asterisk next to that. There'll be a little one next to this one. He got an extra game to break this record. Every record that comes from this point forward is going to always have that, well, he got an extra game.
Yeah.
Especially if they don't, shatter a record. They break a record by, 10 yards. People are going to be like, bro.
Yeah.
Took you an extra game to do that.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure he's going to get 2,000 yards. That's
I don't know
about
2,000? Dude, he only...
2,000. I thought you said over 200 yards.
No, 2,000. He's going to get 2,000 this season.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't...
It's going to be close, but...
Maybe. I don't know.
Are they playing the Rams for the last game of the season?
He's on the Rams.
Yeah, he's on the Rams.
Cardinals.
I don't think so.
No, they already played the Cardinals.
They played the Cardinals twice.
Yeah.
I don't know who their next game
I want to say 49ers.
So it's either 49ers or Seahawks.
I want to say 49ers. That would be my guess.
Well, if it's a Seahawks, he'll probably do it.
I was gonna say if he plays the Seahawks and he plays the Ravens,
he'll probably do it regardless. He's having such a good year.
Shout out Cooper Kupp again.
Shout out Coop.
Best receiver this year.
Best receiver this year.
Yeah, I'm going to reiterate, and I just want that to be known. I said this since the beginning of the year, man.
Best receiver this year. The Seahawks and Cardinals are the same team. Same level.
Cardinals are stinking it up.
Yep, Cliff Kingsbury
doing what they do best,
bro.
Yeah, but if they bounce back, you can't say that.
What is their record at right now?
10-5.
10-5. They're making the playoffs.
Well,
so,
yeah, but obviously they're going to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Cliff Kingsbury, scrub. This will be the only winning season they have.
But if he makes a deep run in the playoffs, you have to take back a scrub.
Sure, I'll take it back.
Right.
If they're one and done, I get the last laugh.
Remember 3 weeks ago when I said the Cardinals aren't that good and Bobby about had a stroke in that chair? And then now they've lost 3 games in a row.
Dude, they're playing bad. Now,
they lost to the Lions. To the Lions.
They did lose the Lions. That was a bad loss, man. I don't know what to say. But
this will be the only winning season that they have under Cliff Kingsbury.
Well, I wouldn't say
Is that your bold prediction?
That's my hot take for the next couple years.
Dude, I don't know about that. They have the pieces in place.
Either. They've got so much talent on that team. I just don't like Cliff Kingsbury. That's if I'm going to be honest with you, I don't.
I mean, but it seems like this is a pattern because last year they completely just tanked in the last part of the season. Got the Bears to go to the playoffs, which the Bears
John Wolford. I keep bringing it up. John Wolford.
Dude, Wolford, man.
They couldn't beat a nobody.
A Wake Forest quarterback.
John Wolford.
But
do you know with Ian Book losing this last week, the Notre Dame has now the longest consecutive losses from a college.
Notre Dame quarterbacks. They're 0-24.
Yeah.
4 straight losses by Notre Dame QBs.
Who was the last one? DeShone Kizer?
Yeah, who went 0-15.
Yeah, that was really bad.
DeShone Kizer, bro. People wanted him to be the Bears quarterback.
Yeah.
I still do.
I don't.
He's a GOAT in the making. I'm just kidding. Chase Daniels is
coming out. Like I watch his John Gruden QB camp. I mean, he looked.
No one cares about that. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean,
no one cares about the QB camp.
Dude, those were amazing.
John Gruden's a racist. All right.
Bobby's like, I only care about QB1, Hard Knocks, and John Gruden's QB camp. If they're not in that show, they're scrubs.
Evaluation of the guy is based on those 2 things.
I will just say he looked good in QB camp, but I mean.
Yeah, it's designed to. They're not going to air it if he looks bad.
That's fair enough.
Gruden's QB camp. Look at this guy. You're absolutely terrible. As you see across the table from John
That's
Gruden.
The dude's career. DeShone Kizer goes in, sucks it up.
And Nathan Peterman has made a career in the NFL just off of the QB camp alone.
My point exactly.
To 5 picks. 5 picks in one game.
I know, dude.
That's more picks than I've thrown my whole life.
True. Hey, Baker Mayfield almost
had that. More career. You have less career picks.
Have I played in the NFL? No. Will I? Never.
You never know. Hey, Adam Thielen made it.
I can punt.
Guys, we should just try and make like a super regional combine. Let's make the Madden. What was it? Madden 19. My player thing.
It's like Invincible, dude. Vince Papale.
Yeah,
let's just all quit our jobs and for the next year just maybe the Bears will host
sports. Guys, let's make a pact. If a team hosts open tryouts, we're going.
Yeah, of course we are.
Dude, but look at me. I'm gonna get destroyed in the NFL.
Yeah, you're not very fast.
I just wear really baggy clothes so they can't tell that I'm super skinny. It's like, oh,
you're tall, dude.
That dude's tall.
Me? They'll probably be like, if we could put muscle on this guy, that's our tight end.
Yeah. Watch this guy get snapped in half when he gets hit one time.
See, I've got my speed. You've got your height. Bobby, you're not very fast and you're not very tall.
But you got heart.
I got
heart. Are you a strong tackler? Can you tackle?
Oh, dude, I can lay some guy out, man.
Yeah,
an NFL guy. Like an NFL
you go tackle DK Metcalf right now.
I don't know, man.
What do you think you can run your 40 in?
Dude, I don't even know.
I think I could get sub 5.
I know I could run a sub 5.
Well, I'm talking about today.
Like today?
Today. I think I could run like a 4.6, 4.7.
I don't believe you. I'll be very.
I think I could.
Like 40 yards. Like I'm just
40. Yes, the combine 40.
You mean like,
I'm
you mean like 40
Nick
yards?
knows it. I'm actually pretty fast.
Yeah, you haven't ran in 2 years.
Yeah, but it's speed. I don't need to be conditioned for a 40-yard sprint, bro. All right, I've got the speed.
Yeah, but I
Holy
want to say
cow.
after that 40, you're definitely gonna be dying. You're like,
No, Bobby. No, I'm not. I'm not that out of shit.
He's gonna walk off the field and then start wheezing.
I could still go run a couple miles on a treadmill before I get tired. All right, I can sprint 40 yards.
I mean, I could run a couple miles on a treadmill and I
walking
get
down my
tired.
stairs.
Well, my point is 40-yard dash isn't gonna make me.
If I'm being honest with myself, I could probably run one in
5
minutes.
I know. I honestly think I could probably maybe 4.6 was a bit generous. I think I could run something.
4.99 is my pick.
I think I could run
Just
something
slightly under
4.99.
Yeah.
I think I could run something in the 4.7s. I think I could.
Are we putting bets on this?
Why not? Why not? Dude?
I feel like we should just have a combine.
Well,
this
I'm
summer.
just saying
we should. We'll do a combine. I can't bench press for shit.
Oh, I wasn't expecting lifting. I was picking
good,
sprinting.
I don't have the weights.
Vertical jump, and then a bunch. We'll just throw each other passes.
We can do the cone drills.
Yeah.
We can do the gauntlet.
Oh yeah, dude.
Just get drilled in the head like that one 4 times.
We'll do a combine. We'll get some other participants too. See how it all goes.
Garage Talk Combine.
The Garage Talk Combine. Why not?
And then we send it to Ryan Pace.
Hey, if it goes viral, maybe if one of us, that one dude got signed by the Oakland Athletics because he threw like 98 at one of those.
Yeah.
You never know, man. All it takes is that 4.2 40, Nick, and they'll give you a shot. You're 6'6". You're tall.
I do a chance.
Get yourself down into the 4.4s and you got yourself a career.
I just need to get below 4.5 and put on like 30 pounds of muscle.
Yeah, you definitely need to put on 30 pounds of muscle.
That's the new plan. All right. July.
All right. We'll pick a date for the combine later.
July 1st.
Why would we do July 1st? We had to
July 1st won't work, buddy. That won't work.
It's what?
Oh yeah, July 1st.
At first you were like, yeah.
No, I was yes to July, and then I was listening to Bobby and I go July.
Well, I was just saying, why would we do it in July? Like the draft's in April. We had to do it like.
Oh, I don't think we're gonna be ready for April.
It would be like draft content.
I mean, we're not doing too much intense stuff. We'll see how far each of us can throw a ball. If it's nice, we can go to the one that closed high school. They got the turf field.
It's pretty nice.
It's got the yardage marked and everything.
Yeah.
We can bring Jake. He can help us out.
True. Jake has a pitch for you.
A pitch?
Yeah, he has a pitch.
Baseball pitch?
I'll explain it after the show.
Oh, we still have to do the strike. I still have to strike Bobby out.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, that's true.
We have $20 on that, right?
No, we have $40 on it, and then 20 bucks.
Oh, yeah, $40, dude.
Can we get to Bobby's bets?
Yeah, we'll move.
Let's move into Bobby's bets. We got off topic.
All right, we got Raiders versus Colts. Colts favored by 9.5. I think it is safe to say to smash the Colts on this. They are a team, man.
Yeah, I'm taking the Colts on that one.
I'm also taking the Colts.
All right. Raiders have not been impressive the last couple weeks, and Colts are on a hot streak. Jonathan Taylor
had one of his worst games last week, and the team still played well.
I mean, Carson Wentz played pretty good.
I think the Colts are riding high, and they're going to stay high.
Carson Wentz is on the COVID list, so we might be getting Sam Allen.
Oh, shoot. I forgot about that. But then again, Carson Wentz has thrown the ball
the hell was that?
Carson Wentz has thrown the ball 20 times the last 2 weeks, so I'm not too concerned.
Yeah, I wouldn't be
more
too
than Mac
concerned.
Jones.
Yeah. So we're going to our next team: Giants versus the Bears. Bears favored by 6.
Bears, baby.
Bears. All about them.
I have to say, Jake Fromm got his first start, and it was not impressive.
Yeah, you guys lost that game because Jake Fromm started.
Hey, man, not everybody.
I was going to let you have that. I didn't care.
You can't be right about everything.
The only person I would have picked the Giants for winning is if Eli Manning came back.
I don't even know if I would have done that.
All right, who's putting A, man? You're confusing me.
Oh, my bad.
You're confusing me. All right.
My bad.
You put M the second time.
Yeah.
All right.
Pick a name.
Yeah, Bucks versus Giants. Bucks versus Jets.
There's 2 teams playing the Giants. That's wild.
Bucks favored by 13.5. Bucks. I think I go
Bucks,
Bucks.
baby.
13.5 is it's big, but the Jets are so bad.
Yeah, the Jets are very bad.
They're just so not
The Jets
good.
looked decent last week because they played the
Because
Jaguars.
they played the only team that's worse than them.
Yeah, and it's just
that Bucs defense is going to destroy them.
The Bucs got shut out by the Saints, but that's not happening again.
That's the Saints defense again.
But I'm saying that's not happening again. They're not going to let someone shut them out.
I don't think the Jets defense is anywhere close to the Saints
certainly
defense.
Not to the Jets.
Falcons versus Bills. Bills favored by 14.5.
That's a big one.
You mean Bills versus the Cordarrelle Pattersons?
Yes.
I am going to go with the Falcons on this one. I don't think they're going to win, but I'm pretty sure they'll cover.
No. Yeah.
I'm going to say no. I'm going to go Bills here.
Bills,
they have
Didn't the Bills lose to the Dolphins? And the Jaguars?
They lost to the Jaguars. I don't know about the Dolphins.
I don't think they covered against the Dolphins.
Yeah, I mean, they just beat the Patriots.
Yeah, they had a good game.
Yeah, they looked
against New England.
Very good.
Yeah, but they're not going to win by 15 against the
No, I don't know. That's a big one. And they've had some fluky performances here, so I'm thinking the Falcons aren't horrible. I think the Falcons can keep it within 15.
Yeah.
But you never know.
You never know. I'm going to go ahead and just say that they're going to destroy the Falcons. Falcons stink. Eagles versus Washington football team. Eagles are favored by 3.5.
Yeah, I'm officially off the football team.
Hype. Yeah, I think they are on the do not touch list. Do not bet on them.
Yeah, I'm off the hype on them. I wrote it out when I did. I hopped off at just the right time because there's been nothing but downhill.
Let me just say my parlay. So my parlay, the Colts. I just needed the Lions to cover, and I needed Washington football team to not lose by more than 10, and then Dolphins won, so I was all good there. And then the Washington football team, I checked the score, it was 42-7, and I was just like, "You got to be kidding me!" I would have won $100, and thank you, Washington football team. You screwed me,
bro. Imagine flying your own benches in to get 42 dropped on you in the first half.
Sad. I don't know what's going on. But hopefully they can figure it out. Hopefully we're wrong, but I don't know. I'm off Washington football team. Chiefs versus Bengals. Chiefs favored by 5.5. I want to say
Who Day Nation, baby.
We going to Joey's.
525 yards. I'm expecting him not to throw for 525 yards
but
again.
I'm on them. I'm in on the Bengals right now.
T. Higgins, Jamar Chase, Joe Mixon,
Tyler Boyd.
I want the Bengals to win, but I'm just gonna say because Nick is beating me so bad, I'm just gonna pick opposite. So
whoa, no, that's not the spirit of the game.
That is the spirit of the game. What are my chances? I have to take the opposite picks of Nick and hope that he just does absolute dog shit, and then I win.
Okay.
Well, maybe we should pick the football team,
or you could try and beat me.
You'll beat yourself. Don't worry.
Sure, I will, Bobby. It's very clear from my beating you and I went 12-6 this week.
Yeah, I won 11-7.
Wow. I went 9-9.
Wow.
Yeah, Nick was in last place this week.
Yeah, with a 500 performance, so still not that bad.
Yeah, it's still not bad.
Nick's worst week is still better than a lot of ours.
It's worse. Yeah. All right, Jags versus Patriots. Patriots favored by 15.5.
Jags.
I'm going Patriots here.
Well, yeah, of course.
McCorkle Jones.
I don't think McCorkle's winning any game by over 16.
Dude,
that's really tough, man.
The Jags look that bad.
Literally, Bill Belichick had Mac Jones run the ball or throw the ball twice when they played the Bills, and it was a close game.
Dude, you try throwing the ball in 50-mile-per-hour winds.
I'm going to take the Patriots on this one.
They're going to get up 14 and just straight up run the ball for the rest of the game. And it'll probably end 14-0.
Belichick's going to have to show everyone that he's not done, and he's going to absolutely destroy the Jaguars.
I don't think anyone's saying Belichick's done.
No, I don't think anyone's either. I think they're going to win. They're probably going to win by 13 or 14. That's 17 points.
They're going to win by 100. All right, calling it here.
I'm going with
I'll take that bet. I'm not a betting man, but I'll take that one.
I'm actually going to. Nick, you've sold me on the Jags.
All right, buy into the Jags all you want. The Patriots are coming.
The Patricks, man.
Titans, Dolphins versus Titans. Titans favored by 3.5.
I'm on the Tua train.
I'm on the Tua train too.
Not a great game, but 3.5. Dolphins are on a 7-game win streak. First team to start 1-7. No team has started 1-7 and finished with a 500 record or above.
Struggle bus.
I struggled to get that out.
Yeah. 7-game losing streak and 7-game winning streak.
First to do that as well. So
I mean, but back when they went 14-0, there was only 14 games to play. So literally would have went 7-7.
7-7. I'm gonna go with the Dolphins on this one.
I think so too.
Titans are just kind of underachieving at the moment, and I think the Dolphins
they're getting their running backs back too. Because Myles Gaskin was on COVID last week.
If Derrick Henry comes back, I think the Titans will make a run in the playoffs. But if he does not come back in time for that, I honestly don't see the Titans do much. Yeah,
I feel like they shouldn't play Derrick Henry. I mean, I know.
I'm saying like playoff wise.
Oh,
playoff.
I thought you meant this week.
No, I'm saying like playoff wise. Once it gets into the playoffs, like you have like.
I think the Titans can still clinch their division this week. If they win, I'm pretty sure they clinch.
I think they have a win, and the Colts have to lose this week.
I'm rooting for the Colts to win, man.
Me too.
Yeah, me too. Just saying, I think the Titans can clinch. I'm pretty sure.
We'll see.
I don't remember though.
Rams versus Ravens. Rams favored by 3.5.
Rams, baby.
Rams.
I'm picking the Rams because last week I didn't even realize that Huntley and Lamar were both out before I picked the Ravens to beat the Bengals. So this week I'm going to hedge my bet and play safe. Hopefully Lamar plays, but if he doesn't,
Rams. I still think the Rams are going to win.
Oh, yeah, I still think the Rams are going to
I'm going Ravens.
And Cam Akers has a chance to play this week.
I know. I picked him up.
Good luck.
We're in the ship, boys. And Scotty just...
Ship.
With a P.
Ship.
P sound there, Bobby.
And an H.
And Scotty...
It's important with those words. You really
Scotty did not get my joke.
Yeah, I know he didn't.
You're picking the Ravens?
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm taking the Ravens, man. I gotta pick opposite of you at this point. That's the only way I'm gonna win.
I'm for sure picking all the easy games to pick. I gotta go opposite.
Broncos versus Chargers. Chargers favored by 5.5. What the fuck, man? Who gets blown out by the Texans like that?
You just said ship and not shit, and then he just goes out. What the fuck?
I said ship.
I know you did.
But dude, who gets blown out by Davis Mills like that? Like that was embarrassing. Yeah, exactly.
It was
tough to watch. I don't know if I could pick them safely.
They'll bounce back.
You gonna pick the Broncos?
Yeah, every time I pick the Broncos, though, there's like the two teams
they'll
that
bounce
like.
Back.
Right,
I'm pretty sure.
I'm going Chargers here, but
you gotta pick opposite of me. What's the deal with Bobby? Are you going for wins, or are you trying to catch me?
You know what? Maybe I'll go Broncos, man. I'll go Broncos.
I'm just gonna go 2-14.
I'm gonna live to regret this. I already know.
Yeah, you are.
Bobby is either gonna make the most genius play this week, or he's gonna just be done.
Yeah, Texans versus 49ers. 49ers favored by 12.5. So
Trey Biskey's going to start, so Texans.
I think I got to go Texans here.
Oh, yeah, because if Trey Lance is starting.
If Trey Lance is starting, they're going to maybe put up 3. I don't even think they'll score. I honestly don't even think they'll score.
Davis
12,
damn it,
13
Nick,
plus.
why do you keep picking my picks, man? I'm going 49ers. I'm changing it.
Davis Mills,
out of here.
He just beat Justin Herbert. You think he's not going to be able to beat Trey Lance? And at least if he doesn't win, lose by less than 13, that's very
I don't think the 49ers are going to put up 13.
Debo Samuel, man. We're rolling with them.
Straight Wildcat.
Yeah, dude, that's all I'm going to hope for.
Speed options. Yep. Him and Debo.
All right. Cardinals versus Cowboys. Cowboys favored by 5.
I'm going to go with the Cardinals.
I'll let you pick the Cardinals, Bobby. I'll pick Cowboys.
I wanted the Cowboys. So I guess I have to go Cardinals.
I'm going with the Cardinals on this one.
You're just letting Andrew get. You're going to just put yourself farther in last place. We've already picked enough of the games the same that we probably won't. You won't be able to catch me.
No, we didn't. I picked complete opposite of you.
There was 5 games.
There was one game that I picked the same as you. Don't worry.
Well, we got our next matchup. It's the Panthers versus the Saints. With the performance that we saw on Monday night in the Panthers being the Panthers, this might be the shit bowl of this week.
Oh, 3.0?
Yeah, this is the third annual, and even though it's happening like once a week,
dude, there's literally one every single week. I don't.
This one's not going to be impressive.
Is Taysom Hill coming back?
Man, they're
or
Simeon.
I don't know, but it's safe to say that if it's Ian
whoever
Book,
it is not going to be good.
I think Ian Book, if he plays, will get his the first Notre Dame win, and it'll be by exactly 1 touchdown.
All right, I'm going Panthers here. 6.5 is a large spread. I think if they will win, but I don't think the Panthers is going to let them run away with it.
Yeah, you know what, Bobby? You made a believer out of me on that one. No, you know what? You didn't. You didn't.
All right, go
Alvin
ahead.
Kamara.
Saints defense is just really good.
Yeah. Bet with Nick, man. I want both of you to fail, and I'm just gonna slide right in that number 1 spot. All right.
Okay. We're gonna slide really far down.
Yeah, I might. This might be like the worst thing I've ever
Bobby,
done. But
this is your all bets are off here.
But then again, usually I go with my gut, and my gut's wrong. So then I'm going opposite my gut. So maybe I'm right. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure.
I just randomly pick teams. I really don't know what's going on.
Lions versus
that you don't need to be an expert. Bro, people really study fantasy for like an entire offseason just for guys like Rex Burke had to blow up their chances at a championship.
Yeah, I know, man. Trust me.
Rex Burke had dropped 30 points for me.
Amon-Ra St. Brown. 21 points for me.
Dude, real
And
good.
you know who I'm going to pick again?
Byron
Amon-Ra St.
Pringle.
Brown.
Byron Pringle.
I've just benched him this week.
Well, who cares, dude?
I just want to win fantasy for bragging rights. That's really it.
Yeah, I thought I was going to do that last year. Then John Gruden's a bitch and decided to have Josh Jacobs not go into the end zone. Cost me the game, literally.
It cost him the game. He was
lost
pissed.
by like 2 points because of that.
It literally cost him the game, Bobby. I can't believe it. I'm still torn up about it.
Yeah. Oh, Lions versus Seahawks. Seahawks favored by 7.
Lions.
Seahawks got beat by the Bears, and they stink. So I think you got to go Lions. They're going to cover that spread.
I've also picked the Lions. Bobby, you should definitely pick the Seahawks.
Yeah, Jesus, Nick, Jesus,
Pick
man.
the Lions. The Lions are definitely going to cover that.
It's just like he hears me say it, and he just knows I don't want to.
We were talking about it before we started this episode, and we both said Lions, and I was like, yeah, for sure.
Moving on, we got the NFC North matchup everyone has been waiting for. The Vikings versus Packers rematch. Packers are favored by 6.5. Vikings did beat the Packers last time, so Nick, what are you picking here? Because I'm going opposite of you.
He went Packers.
I'm picking the Packers.
Vikings are pulling it off, guys. They're doing it.
Vikings, Lambeau.
Like I said, the Vikings play up to their talent and play down to the talent.
I will tell you who's going to score touchdowns. Okay. Randall Cobb, touchdown.
He's not even playing.
Devontae Adams, 2 touchdowns.
Randall Cobb's not playing.
Aaron Jones, 2 touchdowns because Randall
Cobb's out
because Randall Cobb isn't playing. So Aaron Jones, 2 touchdowns. AJ Dillon, touchdown. Game, set, and match. Packers win.
Justin Jefferson, 7 touchdowns.
I'm calling it.
Now it's going to be tied.
Who's at the end?
Game-winning field goal by none other than the kicker, whose name I don't know. Minnesota.
Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah. What are you talking? Who's the defensive end lineman on the Vikings?
Hutchinson.
On the Vikings, Danielle Hunter.
Yeah, Danielle Hunter is going to walk up, slam on Aaron Rodgers' toe, boom, out, gone. Jordan Love rolls in and gets completely, absolutely
he'll get a penalty that for somehow, with the ref's logic, the Packers will get 17 points for that one penalty. And it'll be 17-0 before the game even starts because they looked at him weird coming off the bus, and that's a penalty enough for Aaron Rodgers.
It must be nice to be a Packers fan because like you get the refs on your side, so it's like you literally have advantage.
You don't even have to try anymore.
Yeah, you don't.
You can literally go out there, just suck eggs for 60 minutes and win because the refs are just going to be like, I didn't see that penalty.
Go back 7 years when the Packers fans were absolutely pissed at the refs for that catch against the Seahawks.
I just want to say, like, Baker Mayfield throwing 4 picks, like, they should not have been in that game in the slightest, and they still were, and the refs screwed them.
4th pick, let's be fair, refs really decided to just look the other way on a very obvious pass interference.
Yeah, but the other 3 picks.
The other 3. I mean,
clear as day.
One of them, Jarvis Landry, fell down, which kind of sucks when that happens.
Yeah.
But he still had a bad day.
But the one pick, dude, he just ruined it. It was like straight Mitch Trubisky.
Yeah.
Like,
also, heads up, guys. I'm feeling a sneeze coming on here, so.
All right.
Better not do it on camera.
I'm gonna do my best to like mute my mic if I can.
If you sneeze, we're definitely gonna refilm this whole episode.
Yeah, we are.
You guys laugh.
So if you don't hear a sneeze in this, we've definitely refilmed it.
Browns versus Steelers. Browns favored by 3. Steelers.
I don't know which way to go on this one. Browns made a believer out of me because they hung with Green Bay, but then again, I also think Green Bay is going to get knocked out of the playoffs pretty quickly, to be honest.
Do you think Baker's going to throw 4 picks?
No. Steelers are
it's only 3.
Steelers defense is solid though.
Give me 5.5.
Are you going Browns?
Yes, I'm going Browns.
All right, dude, I'm taking the Steelers.
I don't flip flop like you two. I just pick.
I picked Browns. I'm on the Browns.
3 picks ago, you flipped back and forth between both teams like twice.
Okay, I didn't flip flop.
I'm not saying you.
Sometimes I flip flop. All right, it happens. I tinker too much. It happens.
I was just picking the opposite of me.
Okay, well, Colts.
We just wait till next week when I pick the exact same as you, and there's no chance of you getting
Bears. I think it's definitely going to cover
5 picks that are the same as you.
All right, well,
so if you
Bucks, no, you can't change those. Those are locked in.
All right, fine.
Those are locked in.
Fine.
And some of those are like pretty good locks where you're definitely just taking a win off of your total.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the rest, I'm feeling a 17-0 week, boys. Is it? Wait, is it 16? I think it's 16. 16-0 week.
There's going to be an extra game played just for Bobby.
Yeah, I'm going to get another
There's
one.
34 teams. There's 34 teams, apparently.
There will be.
No.
Yeah. Once Georgia and Alabama move up to the NFL.
There will be because...
Dude, we got all college football to talk about. Holy crap.
No, we don't. It's very quick.
Yeah, well...
Yeah, very quick.
Holy smokes. Yeah, we got to talk, man.
All right. So we're going to dive in. It is college football playoffs.
Basically, Bobby's losing Bobby's bets. So that's we're
going to dive in. We're going to skim across the shallow end of college football.
Yeah, let's do our quick previews here of the college football playoffs starting up. We got Cincinnati versus Alabama. You guys can probably figure out who the favorite is just by hearing the two names. And then you got Georgia versus Michigan. I'll tell you what, the matchup I'm looking at, as dumb as it sounds, I'm kind of excited to see how Cincinnati does.
Me too.
It's like you don't know. There's no way you could prepare. Like, dude, honestly, like I would not be shocked if they come out and get completely destroyed, or I wouldn't be shocked if they come out and compete. Yeah, it's like one of those
it's the wild card game.
Yeah.
I think I'm expecting Cincinnati to get blown out. To be honest with you, I'm not expecting that game to be close, but I do want to see how they do because it's a cool story and everything.
Yeah.
With that though, I'm certainly not picking Cincinnati to win the game.
So what are they favored by? Let's look this up.
Yeah, go ahead and look it up. I think they're like 13-point favorites.
I think Bama's going to win.
13-point favorites.
But my biggest thing is like Bama's weakness that I see is if Bryce Young has a Jalen Hurts type situation where Nick Saban has to pull him for the championship game. Like,
you don't think they don't have the Tua sitting on the bench?
Yeah, I'm like they don't have that, but also like
you almost hit on the head. 13.5. Alabama's favored by.
Yeah, you should have went half around 13.
Yeah, it's betting. I'm a stupid man.
For college football playoffs, that's a huge spread.
What's the spread on the Michigan-Georgia game?
The game's still probably going to be closer than Alabama versus Notre Dame.
There we go.
It could be, hopefully. I would hope for the sake of entertainment.
50,
Are you getting together to watch these games?
Yeah.
They're on New Year's Eve, right?
Yeah. Why is it?
Oh, yeah. I already talked to you about New Year's Eve.
Why is it like, okay, this is weird, man.
Yeah, it totally is. I know what you're talking about. I can't see what...
Cincy really doesn't have a chance.
It's saying Cincinnati, Georgia, January 10th. I don't know what's going on.
Whoa,
dude, we're
back in a simulation.
I don't know what's going on here.
That's not it.
FanDuel? Why are you allowing me to bet on that? You're just trying to take my money? Like what?
I'm betting on Georgia to beat Cincy. Ends up being Michigan versus Alabama.
So let's say, does Cincinnati have a chance? Sure, everyone has a chance. Are their odds very good? Probably not.
There we go. Georgia, Michigan. 7.5. Georgia's favored by.
Wow. Damn, that's a big.
The underdog is the favorite.
They ain't the underdog, dude.
They ain't the dogs.
Michigan is ranked number 2 because they have to be ranked number 2.
Well, yeah.
Because of the circumstances.
Yeah.
Yeah, not
technically underdog.
Yeah, not because of that.
Their number next to their name is bigger, which my mom has learned after many college basketball and college football games that we've watched that is the worst team.
But apparently, to FanDuel,
she knows now.
They already know that the college football playoffs are rigged. It's gonna be Cincinnati, Georgia, January 10th.
Is that what it says?
At 7:03
If
p.m.
that happens, oh man, I'm gonna laugh my ass off.
Dude, I would have just.
You heard it here, guys. Cincinnati, Georgia. FanDuel leaked it. It's rigged.
Dude, take that parlay. Bet $100 on it. They already said
it. Wait. No. Maybe not that.
It's a sure thing. All right.
Pretty much, you got college football powerhouse going up against. This is the David and Goliath, right?
Get the Bearcats.
It is.
It really is.
It really is.
Let's see if Cincinnati's got the holy slingshot.
I hope Cincinnati does it. Like, I would love to see
it.
Yeah,
let's go pure mascot wise. It's Bearcats versus Wolverines, and that's a toss up.
How big's a Bearcat?
Dude, I don't know.
But I think they're gonna take on the.
I mean, a Wolverine's vicious.
Crimson Tide.
Yeah, they are.
I'm putting a Bearcat beats up an elephant.
I don't think Bearcats are
Crimson
that big.
Tide is an elephant.
That's their logo. It's an elephant.
Yeah, I mean, their Crimson Tide, their logo's an elephant because I assume it has the political ties of the Republicans to it. I don't know, but let's look up a Bearcat real quick.
To see that would make sense.
But also to have your college mascot.
No, dude, a Bearcat's small.
Yeah, but like so is a honey badger, but that thing will kill a bigger animal.
True.
Yeah, but a Bearcat's even.
What's the size of a Bearcat?
I'm trying to pull it up right now. Give me.
I feel like a Wolverine. Wolverine's
All
not that big.
right. So we're going to the Rolling Tide versus Bearcat. We're going Bearcat on that because
either it's a wave or
it's
an
a
elephant.
bear and it's a cat. They'll be able to swim. All right, they're not going to get rolled.
There's 9 lives, so like
yeah, we'll be good. So
they weigh up to 44 pounds. My dogs are bigger than that.
Yeah, I don't think a Bearcat would eat your dogs.
Yeah,
well, yeah, but we're talking about this versus an elephant.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't think a Bearcat.
Elephants can't jump.
Yeah, it could certainly step on that poor mother effer.
All right, so we're going Cincinnati
to win.
We're going Cincinnati to win.
I want them to. I don't think they will.
No, we're talking about just mascots. We're not talking about the actual.
Yeah,
game.
we're saying mascot up against mascot. We're taking Cincinnati. This is where we're going.
You're taking the 44-pound max size, 40 up to 44 pounds.
Yeah.
Over because we don't really know if it's a real elephant or the.
It's a roll. It's a roll tide.
Yeah.
All right, man.
Crimson Tide. That's a wave.
So are we committing?
No,
we have to commit. Are we committing to the Alabama elephant or just a wave?
I don't know.
I think
someone's from Alabama.
A tidal wave would probably drown and kill a Bearcat, anyways.
It doesn't say it's a tidal wave.
It's a rolling tide, man. It's not a tidal wave. Right?
Yeah,
it's a roll tide.
It's like you go to the beach and the water gets slowly more up the beach.
It's
like gonna drown a Bearcat. It's just gonna move up the beach. That's stupid.
Is it just like the ripples of the waves?
Yeah, the water just slaps.
Bearcat versus water.
Bearcat's gonna win.
Okay. Sure,
a water elephant. Swim. No, it's a water elephant. It's the water in the shape
take
of
the
an
elephant out. It doesn't make sense. A rolling tide is not an elephant. All right.
Okay.
Well, let's base it. Stanford Cardinals. Would it be a cardinal or the tree?
The cardinal.
Okay, so it's the rolling tide.
No, because they're the Stanford Cardinal because of the color, not the bird. The bird is nowhere in there.
Okay, so just
did you know
color.
that? Yeah, they're cardinal red. They're the Stanford Cardinal for the red.
Because we go with the color then for Stanford. So we'll go for Alabama. It's a rolling tide.
I thought we were going for like what their mascot is.
A Bearcat.
In Alabama, like I'm talking about the mascot suit is a Bearcat and an elephant. So I feel like you have to go based on elephant. The animal that represents them or the object.
Okay, I'm still Bearcat.
I'm picking the elephant, dude.
I'm going Bearcat.
They're pretty docile.
Not when they're being attacked. I feel like I don't think a Bearcat has enough in it to kill an elephant. Are you kidding me?
I'm rolling with Nick on this. I want the Bearcats.
Bearcat.
I'm going Bearcat.
I'm sorry, guys. I think an elephant could kill a
Bearcat. It's a bear and it's a cat. All right.
Just an elephant. It's one thing.
Yeah, elephant.
That's not two animals.
Elefante.
Okay.
But the other one's just a bloodbath. That Wolverine is destroying that poor little bulldog.
That poor no chance against a Wolverine.
All right, so for our natty, our predictions based off of our mascots. We're going Cincinnati.
All right,
Michigan.
If they're mascots, we just put them in a fighting ring. Yeah, it's probably. I'm still taking the elephant, guys. I really am. I'm going. I'm rolling.
So
it's a
elephant
Bearcat,
versus
man.
Wolverine. What would you pick?
How big's a Wolverine? Let me look.
I don't know.
I don't know, man.
Do I look like National Geographic?
Well,
I mean, with those boots, I could kind of see you being like a person.
These are like nice dress boots. I'm not like going through the wilderness in them. There's like no
Wolverines are even smaller than a Bearcat.
What?
26 to 40 pounds.
That thing would.
Where are you getting these stats from? I don't believe it. A Bearcat? All right.
That Wikipedia.
This is FWS.gov.
So it should be a cat bear, not a bear cat, because it's more like a cat than it is a bear.
Listen, they don't name. They're just giving me the size of the animals. I'm taking the elephant, guys.
I'll pick Wolverine over Bearcat because I think it should be Bearcat versus Wolverine.
I do think a Bearcat versus Wolverine would be close, though, based on that size matchup.
That would be a very good matchup.
Let's look it up.
I'll put Wolverine. I'll pick Wolverine. Wolverine over Bearcat. So Michigan beats Cincy in the Natty. I'm okay with that. If that happens, I'm literally okay with that. It won't happen, but I'm okay with that.
It won't happen. But the FanDuel, Cincinnati
versus Georgia.
No, I think the Wolverine would beat a Bearcat, actually.
That's what I'm saying.
Bearcats aren't very aggressive.
I also think a Wolverine would destroy.
Why would you name it a Bearcat?
I didn't name the Bearcat. I didn't find this animal and go, "Yep, that's a Bearcat."
And is it even in Cincinnati?
Its actual name is Binturong, and I guess that translates to Bearcat. I don't know.
Okay. No, okay. All right, fine.
Well, now I'm upset about a Bearcat.
You guys thought it was going to be a cooler animal.
It's still going to be an elephant.
The mascot makes it look like a cool animal.
It's still going to be an elephant.
I'm going to be honest, though. I still think an elephant, man. That's a big animal.
No.
All it's got to do is just kind of slam that
Bearcat
Wolverine around.
Beats elephant. Wolverine beats Bearcat. True. Wolverine beats elephant. Transitive property.
Yeah, exactly. It's like rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah. Me and Bobby on the same wavelength. Yep. You're just weird.
Yeah, you're just being weird.
No.
All right, but
in reality,
Bama versus Cincinnati, huge question mark. We don't know what's going to happen.
But most likely, Bama's going to win.
Yeah, most likely it's looking Bama's going to win. But anything can happen. Cincinnati could have an amazing performance.
Yeah, anything could happen.
Now, the game that's really going to be close is Michigan, Georgia.
Yes.
Because good old Stenson Bennett is going to get sacked 12 times by Aiden Hutchinson and probably throw 6 more picks.
I don't think so, because I honestly really don't think Aiden Hutchinson's all that good.
Thank you.
I really don't.
I don't even know
who he is.
I don't think it's someone that
bad. I just am like, dude, what? Why are we so high and mighty on this one dude?
Because he's amazing.
He's good.
He's going to get 12 sacks in the college football playoff.
They're just gonna double team the whole time. We'll be fine. I'm saying he's just not gonna be a huge factor.
Oh no, I don't actually think he's gonna get 12 sacks, but it's definitely gonna come down to Stetson
I'm sure he'll
Bennett.
get a sack.
But yes, it will come down to Stetson Bennett. Is he gonna have?
Will he bounce back?
Yeah, and are they gonna be able to run the ball on Michigan? Which, again, that's also goes for Michigan. That's what they do. That's their whole definition of their offense. They're gonna run the ball down your throat. It worked with Ohio State.
But I think this Georgia defense
I don't think
best defense they're going to have.
That's what I'm saying. Michigan's defense has to put them in field goal position or score points to beat Georgia.
Yeah,
and it's going to be in a dome, which means elements are not a factor. The skill positions go to Georgia on this one. And if you're a less skilled team, you're looking for something that kind of negates the skill of the other team, which tends to be weather.
Yeah,
that's part of the. I still think that's part of the reason. Now, Michigan had a great game against Ohio State, but I do believe the weather was a factor in why they were so dominant. Is because it really limited. It took away some of the skill position players, and it negated the difference in skill to a certain degree in that matchup for Ohio State and Michigan.
I agree. I honestly think this is gonna be a low-scoring game.
Yeah, I could see this being a low. Two good defenses, offenses so.
Yeah.
I could see it being low scoring, probably like a 17-14.
I think we're all in the same boat here. We're taking the Dogs.
Yeah, I'm going to roll with the Dogs.
Who are you taking, Nick?
I think I'm going to pick the Dogs.
We're going Dogs here.
But it's going to be close.
Go Dogs!
All right, so matchup I want to see in the championship would be Cincinnati Dogs. Matchup we're probably going to see.
happen because of FanDuel. But
if FanDuel's right.
Yeah, if FanDuel's right, dude, that's crazy.
It is really weird.
Did you screenshot that?
I should, dude.
Yeah, screenshot that.
I should.
And send it to FanDuel.
Document that.
We're We're sending
it.
We'll
blackmail FanDuel.
If something happens, we're posting this on our Twitter. We're gonna go viral, boys.
I hope so. Help us go viral.
Yeah.
Yeah. Screenshot it, and then you gotta timestamp it.
Yeah, I'll make sure it'll be timestamped and everything.
All in all, though,
so
expectation is probably Alabama, Georgia.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
What I want to see is Cincinnati, Georgia. If it's Alabama, Michigan, dude, I'm almost not going to even want to watch it. Yeah. In fact, I'm probably not going to want to watch. I'm not going to want to watch it, but I'll watch it anyways.
Yeah, we'll watch it
because I'm a sucker and a loser, and I just love football.
You're a Dogs fan, though.
I know I'm a Dogs fan.
Oh yeah, wait, never mind.
What did you think I said?
Never mind. It was a stupid comment. I'm sorry.
Dogs, baby.
Dog, baby.
Go Dogs.
Go Dogs. That's all we're hoping for.
But that's as good a time as any to hand it over to Nick for Nick's question of the week.
Okay, I think I missed out last week because it was going into Christmas. So I will follow up with a Christmas question. Best Christmas gift you have ever received in your life?
Well, that's easy for me, bro.
Okay, fill us in.
PlayStation 4.
PlayStation 4, not the play. Oh, I guess
I didn't get the PlayStation 5 for Christmas.
That's true.
I mean, I guess technically we counted that towards my Christmas gift this year, but
yeah,
gift that I opened on Christmas Day,
yeah,
PlayStation 4. Although last year I was put on the season ticket waitlist for the Bears. And if I'm alive to see those tickets come to fruition, that'll probably take over that. I think I'm number not 10,000 in line. So if they move to Arlington, if they go to Arlington and add like 20,000 seats, I'd like to think I'd get in.
Hopefully.
Maybe some people will get rid of their tickets because they don't want to go to Arlington. I don't know. But yeah, I'm in like the 10,000s or 9,000s right now in line. I'll log on and check. I'll give an update next week on that. Okay. So if I'm alive and get those season tickets, that'll probably
take that. But for right now, it's the PS4.
But as it stands, it's the PS4.
Andrew's gonna be 77. Finally, season tickets.
The greatest Christmas gift ever.
I now live in Arizona and no longer care about going.
I'm retired in Arizona with arthritis in every joint, but at least I can sell these tickets online.
Greatest Christmas gift, man.
Mine's the Nintendo 64. Also a game console and way older. But oh my gosh, the amount of hours I put in the Nintendo 64.
I think mine has to go PlayStation 2.
Okay, good.
I got NCAA football 07 the same day, dude.
Oh, that's good.
That was like the
Madden 07.
Highlight of my childhood.
Was it Madden 07 that had Mike Vick just absolutely broken?
I mean, almost every Madden game had Michael Vick.
Yeah, but he was the cover athlete of it.
No, that was like 04 or 03. 07 was Donovan McNabb.
Yes, you're right. You're right. 04 when Michael Vick was just like absolute fastest player in the game.
Dude, he was just insane.
Well, they didn't know. They're like, we've never seen a player like this before. 99 speed. Well, that was way too high. Why did we do this?
Whoa, redo.
And back then, you couldn't just
remember when they gave Devin Hester 100 speed? Back in the day, he was the only player who had 100 speed.
I just remember back in the day when they released a game, they had to be so accurate with those overalls because you couldn't change it. Like nowadays, they'd be like, we're going to fix, Kyler Murray's way too fast. We'll fix this. Back in the day, nope, game's broken.
Yep,
Michael Vick has 99 speed. We can't change it.
It stays.
Yeah, it's very easy. A lot easier nowadays because whatever, you screw something up, you just go in there, you change it. No one knows.
Yeah. Now we just got to get an NCAA game back.
Yeah, dude, I hope so.
2024. That's what they said.
I hope.
Let's hope.
But Nintendo 64, Mario Kart, bunch of good games.
I've never been into those
Super
games.
Mario 64.
I just never have.
Dude, back in the day, man, that was a bet. WWE on there.
Mario Kart. Mario Kart Double Dash though is still one of the best games. GameCube. I never had
honestly like the game that got me into video games was Nazi Zombies, World at War.
Dude, what?
I wasn't a big video game guy. I played Madden. Like we played Madden.
I know that's what I'm saying. That's why I always
in terms of like video, like
NFL
sports
Street.
games.
Yeah, NFL Street. Yeah, we're still on that.
Well, like
Super Mario definitely got me into video games.
But in terms of like video games, people kind of sports games don't count in the gaming world.
Yes, it does.
Well, yeah, but you get what I'm saying.
But like as a
I'm
kid,
talking like shooters, campaign-based games, stuff like that. Nazi Zombies is what got me to start playing Call of Duty.
I would say COD 4.
COD 4.
Yeah, that was a big.
I just remember playing like
I played World at War on the Wii. So I couldn't play Nazi Zombies because it was too mature for the Wii system. So I couldn't play.
I forgot that game used to come out on the Wii.
I was sitting there with my nunchuck and controller. I'm like,
You don't need to get out here, Andrew. You need to get a Wii so we can play some Wii Sports out here.
You bring me a Wii. How's that? I think I might have one.
Nick has a Wii, dude. Look at that.
Yo.
I had a Wii, I had a PS2, I had a Nintendo 64, I had a Super Nintendo.
Maybe I'll set up the PlayStation 4. Oh, no, Bobby, you have my PlayStation Move sticks.
I do?
Yeah, I sold them to you.
What? I don't even. Oh, dude, they're gone now.
They're gone.
Wow, thanks, buddy.
They're gone.
Thanks, man.
That's whatever. That was the worst
Bobby's
thing ever.
Present. PlayStation Move. They're already sold.
PlayStation Move totally flopped. But actually, if you set something like that up out here, it'd actually be pretty decent.
Yeah, dude.
Space for it. You needed like a huge room. You needed to be able to step like, I think it was like 15 feet back for it to read your body.
Yeah, it's
like,
ridiculous.
What is this? I'm like, I'm not playing in a warehouse. This is in my bedroom.
My bedroom's 15 feet.
I'm over there like all the way in the back corner. My parents like, why are you all the way back there? I'm like, this is where I gotta be so I could use it. I was so pissed. And I was all hyped for the shooter games when you put it in like the gun thing,
exactly.
which I still have the gun to hold the controllers.
Stupid
and it's
invention.
Just like you didn't realize it, but like literally it was like if I went like this, my guy's just and I was like, what? This isn't matching up at all.
Yeah.
It was so bad.
Stupid inventions.
That and the Xbox Connect totally flopped.
Oh, Xbox Connect was amazing. But we also played in my friend's basement that was like 60 feet long. So we had plenty of space.
Like it was like one of those things where it's like Wii, man. Like they're cool to play for a little bit, but then like you get bored with it.
Yeah, it wasn't like
it's like
it didn't change
it's like
the
VR
gaming world. That's why they immediately were like, all right, we're gonna leave those two things behind.
VR is fun for like 7 minutes, and all of a sudden you're like, I'm having a major vertigo. Like,
and then you've been boxing for that whole time, and you're sweaty and just can't. And you're like, I can't breathe.
True, I wanted to.
Dude, I did the boxing VR. I was exhausted. 7 rounds of boxing, and all I'm doing is just throwing punches. And it monitors how hard you're punching. So I'm actually like throwing punches into air, which is not good for your shoulder because you're just throwing your shoulder out. I finished
boxing
everything.
Career over.
I was
never has a chance to fight Jake Paul.
What?
Said your boxing career's over. Never have a chance to fight Jake Paul.
It's over, man.
Yeah, so
dude, it was. I literally threw out my shoulder playing VR
I'm not gonna
boxing.
lie, I literally just want to try the Oculus just to box. I feel like it'd be so much fun.
But I do not want the Oculus because I feel like every video I've seen is people like on like the skyscraper thing where like you walk across and they just fall on the TV because they're like, oh no, I'm falling.
I do want to like put it on and do a roller coaster thing. The boxing was fun. I'm just gonna tell you, don't do the like full 7-round boxing match
unless you want to get sweaty,
dude. It was like 3-minute rounds. You have to literally the speed that the thing moves is how hard you punch. So you actually have to throw punches.
Oh man, so you can't
you can't just go
like the Wii.
No, it's literally like you have to really like. Oh my gosh, I messed up my shoulder from it.
Shoulder just hurts thinking about it,
dude. You ask Matt too. He did it too. We were both like exhausted and our shoulders hurt. I literally had to sit there in my boxers. I was so sweaty, and I didn't have a change of clothes. I was just like, well, here I am, just chilling in my buddy TJ's room, just sitting there like, I gotta go change.
All right, don't try the Oculus boxing.
No,
right,
it was fun, but it's a workout.
Disclaimer.
It really was a workout. I'm not.
If you want to be going sitting in your boxers because you're sweating too hard, go play the Oculus.
There I was, boxers only, sweating in someone else's room,
sweating in a stranger's room. Just don't even know where I am.
Sweating in another man's room, listening to my friend VR box.
All right, it's a Nintendo 64. Where you go for your best Christmas gift?
Yeah, it's mine.
How old were you? How do you remember that?
I think I was like 4.
Oh, wow.
It's like 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Nintendo 64, bro, that came out in 1964.
No, it did not.
Then what's the 64 for?
64 games, bro.
Wait, really?
No. I have no idea. I don't know. I have no idea what it's called.
Whatever, man. That's a good place to end it, though.
Yeah, true.
Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I totally botched that.
Try again. Give it another go.
Yeah, give it a go.
All right. And that'll wrap up this week's episode, guys. We appreciate you listening. As always, if you liked what you heard, please give us a like on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter at GTS Podcast 1. Subscribe to our YouTube, Garage Talk Sports. Follow us on TikTok. All of our handles, Garage Talk Sports is pretty much the same thing. You know the drill at this point.
Either type in Garage Talk Sports or add a 1 to it. You'll find us.
Yeah. And anyways, though, that'll do it for this week. So thank you guys. Until next week, we'll see you.
See ya.